Hello, I'm David Brown at Berkeley Nucleonics, and this video series is going to walk you through all the features and functionalities of SpectraCore, our newly released software tool that matches up with the beautiful new RTSAs, the ICX400. Each feature will be defined in a small video so you can bounce around to just the features you need. Please reach out to us so we can answer any questions you have and get your hands on one of the new 40 gigahertz real-time spectrum analyzers. I'm Berkeley Nucleonics. Hi, it's David again. And this time we're looking at DET mode in SpectraCore, the mode built for time domain power measurements. Let's get into it. DET mode takes time domain IQ data and turns it into power versus time data. That gives you a set of tools for working with power waveforms. You can observe them live, record, and play them back and zoom in on the details that matter. Here's how the interface is laid out. The main settings area has 3 submenus: Basic, Data, and System. In Basic, you'll find the frequency, amplitude, bandwidth, preview, and IQ correction settings. From there, you can also set the trigger source and the pre-trigger time. The data submenu is where you will record and play back waveform data over a set period. And system is where you set the reference clock source and the system clock source and click preset. Anytime you want to jump back to the initial settings, right-click the blank area of the power waveform graph and the handy chart menu opens. From there, you will see Create Marker Pair, Global Peak Search, Open or Clear all markers, Zoom, Export, and a Mode Switch function. The chart settings area itself has 2 submenus, Waveform and Marker, for adjusting each of those independently. Now let's put it to work with a 1 gigahertz pulse signal. Open SpectraCore and switch to DET mode. Feed in a pulse signal from the signal generator, center frequency of 1 gigahertz, a pulse width of 1 microsecond, and a repetition period of 100 microseconds. Click single preview, leave the rest at the defaults, and you'll see the target signal come right up. Next, let's zoom the detection graph. Open the chart menu and select Zoom. You can resize the zoom range by dragging the border of the red zoom box or by parking the mouse inside it and rolling the wheel. To reposition it, just hold the left mouse button inside the box and drag. Here's the marker function. Open the chart menu and select Create Marker Pair. Place M1R and M1D at the start and end of the same pulse to measure its width. Place them at the start of one pulse and the start of the next, and you've measured the period instead. Now 3 trigger modes worth knowing. Under level trigger, the device starts collecting the moment the signal crosses a threshold you set. Pick level trigger from the trigger source. Drop down in the data submenu, then adjust the threshold either by dragging the level line or typing the value directly. Under pre-trigger, the device captures a set window of time before the trigger fires, which is what allows you to catch the full shape of that first pulse. Set the pre-trigger time in the same data submenu, and timer trigger collects on a fixed repeating interval that you can adjust. One last thing, recording and playback. In fixed points mode, set your record time, then click Start Record in the data submenu. Once you're done, open recorded files and pick your file to play it back, and stop playback whenever you like. Click Preset in the System submenu to reset everything back to default. Thanks for watching. Let's move on to the next software tool in SpectraCore to get you most out of your ICX FieldHawk, the 40 GHz spectrum analyzer.